Hello everyone, I'm MVL and welcome to my video game pickups for January 2019, as per usual gameplay footage included, and first up we have Illusion of Time for the Super Nintendo. This is a top-down RPG. You may know this as Illusion of Gaia overseas, and I've been looking for a copy of this game. I'm very happy to find it boxed, and I got it cheaper than the average price of it as a loose cartridge. My copy includes the map, albeit ripped, but it is missing the manual, but that's not a big deal as I can easily pick up a replacement cheaply. This game is wonderful, the story is epic, and the combat is fun. You attack monsters in melee and can use your magical flute to move the environment, which allows you to access things like items out of reach. The game boasts 60 hours of epic gameplay. That's Illusion of Time on the Super Nintendo. Next up we have Shin Seikoku Lawares for the Super Famicom. This is a Japanese role-playing game. I got this extremely cheap and complete in box with manual. Aside from the outer box, it's in perfect condition. The cartridge itself looks like it's never been used, as it was still plastic wrapped when I opened it. I got this game to try out an English patch on my Retro Freak, and as you can see, it worked, which is awesome. There's so many great JRPGs out there, and now I know I'll be able to sample them in English. The game itself is a fun RPG for the mech suit enthusiasts. The first of many imports I'll try patching on my Retro Freak. That's Shin Seikoku Lawares on the Super Famicom. And next up we have Tetris for the Game Boy. This is a relentless building block puzzle game. It's Tetris, you know what Tetris is. Another game I got boxed far cheaper than the going price. I only paid £10 for this. The box is a little beat up, but it includes the manual and all the inserts. The Game Boy port is fantastic, and it looks great with the Super Game Boy Color enhancements, as you can see. The game is a true classic with addictive gameplay, and you can pick your music and set pace from 20 progressive skill levels. From Russia with fun, that's Tetris on the Game Boy. Next up we have Spider-Man, Mysterio's Menace for the Game Boy Advance. This is a side-scrolling action game. I picked this up at Faceless Monkey in Truro. You play as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, where you can web sling around 7 stages, kicking and punching all the bad guys in your path. You can also climb walls to get around and avoid enemy fire, and each stage has a boss at the end as you work your way to battling the menacing Mysterio. But always remember, with great gaming comes great responsibility. That's Spider-Man Mysterio's Menace on the Game Boy Advance. Next up we have Spyro Season of Ice for the Game Boy Advance. This is a platforming game. I also picked this up at Faceless Monkey in Truro, and this game describes itself as the coolest Spyro adventure ever. Get it? This icy adventure serves as an alternate sequel to Spyro and features 20 majestic levels, all with new characters and worlds. Your task is to help Spyro save 100 fairies that a careless wizard captured to cure himself of a big headache. It's great to pick up this GBA exclusive box and in fantastic condition. That's Spyro Season of Ice for the Game Boy Advance. And next up we have Panzer Dragoon Saga Demo for the Sega Saturn. This is a role-playing game, and this is a European exclusive demo disc that is actually the complete first disc of the game. It seems Sega printed extra copies of disc 1 with demo disc not for resale printed on it in addition, and it was free with the official Sega Saturn magazine. With this game normally costing a figurative arm and a leg, this is a perfect sampler for the epic adventure which you can play on the real hardware and for a fraction of the price you'd pay otherwise. The downside and upside are the same. I really like this, and I kinda want the other discs. They're just really expensive, but I do like riding a dragon during turn-based random encounters. That's the Panzer Dragoon Saga Demo on the Sega Saturn. Next up I have this pound HDMI cable for the PlayStation 2, which also works on the PlayStation 1. I will be using this to capture all footage for PlayStation and PlayStation 2 games in future for the pickup videos. There's improved quality here. I did a review of this on my channel, so you can check that out. Next up we have Kingdom Hearts for the PlayStation 2, and what's really cool about this is inside of here there is the demo for Kingdom Hearts as well included, which is awesome. This is an action role-playing game. I got this game for around £2 at a charity shop. The game combines the characters of Final Fantasy and Disney in a new and original story, offering the opportunity to discover over 100 characters from classic Disney films like Aladdin and see cameos from Final Fantasy characters like Cloud. It's a thrilling blend of real-time hack-and-slash combat, exploration, and adventure through the Disney universe. That's Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2. Next up we have Need for Speed Carbon Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 2. This is a racing game. Sometimes I just have an irresistible need for speed. But this isn't a typical racing game, as it actually has a good story behind the fast cars and fast-paced driving action. The game allows you to take the wheel and go full throttle into races and ram cars off the road. You can build your own dream car with unlimited personalization and choose your own ally, a tuner, to aid you in finding shortcuts, scouting the road ahead, or muscling other cars out of the way. The collector's edition comes with a bonus DVD containing behind-the-scenes featurettes, trailers, and audio-visual remixes. That's Need for Speed Carbon Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 2. Next up we have Rise to Honor for the PlayStation 2. This is a third-person beat-em-up game, featuring the one and only martial arts master, Jet Li. The game combines kick-ass martial arts mayhem and rapid-fire gunplay. It also sports bullet-time action like Max Payne. Use your right thumbstick to direct your attacks towards your enemies and build up your adrenaline to unleash powerful super strikes. You can also run on walls, throw chairs, and take on tons of enemies at once in this big fight brawler. That's Rise to Honor on the PlayStation 2. Next up we have Shinobi for the PlayStation 2. This is an action-adventure game. Play as Hotsuma in third-person hack-and-slash action, battle through 8 levels full of the forces of evil, and extract revenge for your fallen clan in mighty boss battles. Prepare to unleash ninja magic, run on walls, teleport around your enemies, and use a cursed sword to devastating effect. The game was originally planned for the Dreamcast before the console was discontinued, and then moved on to be a PS2 exclusive. Remember, you can't fight what you can't see. That's Shinobi on the PlayStation 2. And next up we have Vexx for the PlayStation 2. This is a platforming game where you take control of Vexx, banishing inner demons and seeking to bring peace back to the world. The game describes itself as an epic adventure spanning awe-inspiring worlds, where you can climb cliffs, explore ruins, scale mountains, and swim to great depths. There's an extensive combat system that allows you to wreak havoc and unleash devastating combos, and there's also fun mini-games to enjoy. CVG says it's a huge game that's as challenging as it is enjoyable, and that's a lot. That's Vexx for the PlayStation 2. And next up is World War Z for the PlayStation 2. This is a first-person shooter, and this game is also known as Iron Storm overseas. This is an updated version of the game, and the PS2 version is exclusive to Europe. You play as Lieutenant James Anderson on a mission to stop the mad Baron Ugenberg by infiltrating and eliminating key enemy positions. Use your sharpened combat and stealth skills and prepare for action. The game boasts stunning graphics and amazing sound effects, and a combination of tactical and action-based gameplay across 16 levels with high-quality animation and ragdoll physics for ultimate realism. That's World War Z on the PlayStation 2. Next up we have Star Trek: The Next Generation, a final Unity for the PC. I'm pretty sure this is a point-and-click adventure game. Sorry, no gameplay for this. Sometimes older PC games can be awkward to install and record on modern computers. I picked this game up at a British Heart Foundation for around £5, which seemed like a good price for a complete big box PC game. This game features the full voice cast, but the graphics are pretty laughable and characters on screenshots are all the wrong sizes. Everything is here though: manual, installation guide, warranty. The previous owner even had printed out the README, and it included some notes for parts of the game. That's Star Trek: A Final Unity on the PC. Next up we have Okami for the Nintendo Wii. This is an action-adventure game. This Wii port multiple award-winning game makes perfect use of the Wii motion controls, allowing precision control of the celestial brush for much easier use in the game's ink wash drawing puzzle sections, where what you draw comes to life in-game. This is really cool and it has many uses, like crossing a large gap by painting a bridge to get across, or erasing objects that obstruct your path. The game has beautiful cel-shaded graphics and 13 fighting technique attacks. IGN gave this game 9 out of 10, stating, "You need to buy Okami for Nintendo system." That's Okami for the Nintendo Wii. And next up, there's God of War Ascension for the PlayStation 3. This is another action-adventure game, emphasis on the action. I picked this up at a charity shop for around £2. Here, a legend begins. Take control of Kratos in his prequel story to the best-selling God of War series, and harness the powers of the gods and use unbelievable enhanced combat techniques. The game also features savage online multiplayer battles, a first for the series. The Spartan warrior is cruelly tricked and left to rot imprisoned by the gods of Olympus. As the fires of betrayal ignite his anger, it's time to begin your quest for revenge in this vast single-player saga. That's God of War Ascension for the PlayStation 3. Next up we have Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty for the PlayStation 3. This is a platforming game, also known as Ratchet and Clank Future Quest for Booty overseas. The game describes itself as a Ratchet and Clank mini-adventure from Insomniac Games, a fun-sized follow-up to Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction. The mysterious Sony have captured Clank. Now Ratchet must use his space-age weapons and new Omni Wrench to battle Captain Darkwater's band of cutthroat ghost pirates. The gameplay retains all the aspects you know and love. This entry to the series introduces the handy Omni Wrench as you tool up for more puzzle-based action. That's Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty on the PlayStation 3. And next up we have Guilty Gear 2 Overture for the Xbox 360. This is an action hack-and-slash game that also features strategy elements. The game departs from the one-on-one fighting theme of the series beforehand and also introduces 3D graphics. The game has enjoyable hack-and-slash combat very similar to Dynasty Warriors, where you battle tons of on-screen enemies in brutal fashion. It also includes race against the clock action where you must navigate a crazy course to catch your enemies before they retreat, as well as strategic gameplay where you command your forces and crush your opposition alongside 50 units. There are campaign, exhibition and free-for-all modes for furious Guilty Gear attacks recreated in stunning 3D. That's Guilty Gear 2 Overture for the Xbox 360. Now I have to ask, do you remember me for the Xbox 360? This is an action-adventure game. The game really captured my interest. The story was incredibly interesting and cinematic. There's great platforming to navigate the game world, and the fighting is awesome, allowing you to customize your own combos. It's Neo Paris 2084, a world where memories can now be digitized and traded. There are no secrets anymore. One company controls all memory data, but some are willing to stand and fight against them. You play as Nai-Lin, an elite memory hunter who has had her memory wiped. Now she must fight to get it back. Remix memories and change the world. That's Remember Me for the Xbox 360. And finally we have Golf Story for the Nintendo Switch. This is a golf role-playing game. I got this from Limited Run Games, and this is a Switch exclusive. I love RPGs and I really like the retro-inspired graphics. On top of that, this is a good golf game. It combines the sheer excitement of golf with a serious story that plays out over 8 different courses. You can tee up anywhere and you'll be surprised how many problems can be solved by hitting them with a golf ball. There are 8 unique environments, each with their own courses, challenges, people and secrets, and you can enjoy playing through a dramatic story with a diverse cast of characters. It also features the minigame Golf, which is a version of a classic NES golf game. That's Golf Story for the Nintendo Switch. And that's it. Those are all of my video game pickups for January 2019. If you like the video, please leave a like or comment to let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you for watching. I've been MVL, and I will catch you next time.